Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Livnakron. I just want to share with you some of the top stories that we are following right now. And I want to begin with this story of a massive human trafficking bus. Actually, we just had some live images that we were just taken down just a short time ago, but one of our top stories right now on AtlantaNewsFirst.com, multiple people have been taken into police custody in connection with a human trafficking investigation in Atlanta. So this is actually the investigation is centered along Orly Terrace in Atlanta. And it was shortly after 8 o'clock this morning that the city of South Fulton police said that they responded to this residence believed to have been connected to human trafficking. We're still working to get more information at this time, but the city of South Fulton police chief has said that 19 people have been detained. And again, if you've observed it, there was a heavy police presence on the scene at Orly Terrace. Police obviously investigating and asking for patience if it does impact your commute, but that's a story that we're going to continue to follow here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. Also want to let you know about this story that we are following as well. So this concerns a father who has now been charged in the death of his own daughter. So he will remain in jail this morning. This comes after police arrested his daughter's stepmother nearly 24 hours ago, as we reported to you. 37-year-old Cledier Barros will remain in jail after being arrested late last night. He is facing felony murder and cruelty to children, both in the second degree. According to an arrest warrant, Barros is accused of criminal negligence, causing a child cruel or excessive physical or mental pain. Investigators say Barros was aware that the child was abused and continued to leave her unsupervised with the abuser. Just yesterday, 34-year-old Natalia Barros appeared in court for the first time and was denied bond. Investigators accuse her of beating the child with a wooden rolling pin 10 to 20 times at their home in Bethlehem, refusing to give the young girl medical aid afterwards. They say instead that she called Cledier, who came home and found the child unresponsive. Let's listen.
Sir, you've got 2 felony charges. Do you know what they are? One has been denied. It says you're a flight risk, and the other is Superior Court only. Only a Superior Court judge sitting in your case can grant a bond. Do you understand that? Do you know what that means for you? You're going to be here for a while, okay? Sir, you've got 2 felony charges. Do you know what they are?
Yeah, so clearly now the arrest warrant, it goes on to claim that when Barros was made aware that the child was having a medical emergency, he did not seek medical care, and the child died as a result of his negligence. Clearly he is remaining behind bars, charged in the death of his own daughter. We're going to continue to follow the breaking developments. Also, let's talk about the latest concerning Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, who is helping lead the investigation into former President Donald Trump. So for the first time, Ms. Willis and Mr. Wade will have to testify about their alleged relationship. They're accused of having an improper relationship. Well, initially, Michael Roman, one of the defendants in the Trump case, made the allegations about the relationship, and he, again, is accused of election interference. And Roman is now suing Willis after claiming that she's not turned over documents related to his defense. Willis says she complied with every request. The committee is getting a chance to investigating this. We'll get a chance to question Willis about her alleged relationship with Wade, and she's taking the stand on February 15th. So, of course, we're going to follow this. But at the same time, something else that is happening as well is Republicans here in the state of Georgia, specifically 2 Georgia Republican senators, are proposing a bill to drop the RICO charges in former President Trump's election interference case. Senators Colton Moore and Brandon Beach want to amend the state's RICO statute to prohibit racketeering prosecutions related to certain offenses. And this includes the charges that Mr. Trump is facing, I should say. But the bill is unlikely to become law. It is not endorsed by Georgia's GOP leadership. It's still something that, we are for sure watching closely as well. Another thing that we've been following very closely, of course, is the YSL RICO trial, in which rapper Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams, is accused of co-founding and really spearheading and masterminding and leading a street gang, what is alleged to have been a criminal street gang, YSL, Young Slime Life is what prosecutors are calling it. Of course, the defense has maintained this is just a record label, it stands for Young Stoner Life. So we've been hearing more testimony in this case, and of course, we're bringing you gavel-to-gavel coverage on our special events stream, but just bringing you up to date on the latest that just happened yesterday. We have been seeing pieces of evidence collected during the investigation, and also numerous officers have been questioned about what they have discovered in the course of investigating what they believe to be this criminal street gang. My colleague Rachel Aragon has a bit more. Let's listen.
Can you open up the box?
Prosecutors walking to the courtroom, this time with boxes and bags of evidence for the jury to see, including prescription pills and a gun.
And is that the firearm that you recovered from Defendant Williams' vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Prosecutors claim the rapper is the leader of an alleged criminal street gang that's behind a handful of violent acts. On Wednesday, they zeroed in on a 2017 traffic stop involving Jeffrey Williams.
And so by this point, you know that this car is registered to Jeffrey Williams, right? Right.
An officer who the judge asked not be shown testified about an alleged stolen gun and bottles of pills being recovered during the 2017 traffic stop. Williams' attorney pointing out his client was not the one driving the car.
You know that he's a passenger in the car.
Right.
Just like Mr. Jones is a passenger in the car.
Right.
You don't have at this point, any personal knowledge whatsoever about anything that's going on in the car or any of the contents in the car. True?
True.
Defense attorneys argue YSL is simply the name of a record label, Young Stoner Life, and that Jeffrey Williams is not involved in any gang activity or organized crime.
You did not find any information that suggested to you, as the investigator, that these items found in this car was part and parcel of any sort of racketeering conspiracy?
No, sir.
All right, my colleague Rachel Aragon bringing us that context there. Okay, let me show you this live look inside the Fulton County Superior Courtroom where this trial has been underway, and it is going to resume with more testimony really at any moment now. We're showing the courtroom seal to avoid showing any jurors or anything that is inappropriate for media broadcast, but once court goes back on the record, we're going to be broadcasting that to you live. And again, we are bringing you gavel-to-gavel coverage on our secondary stream, our special event stream here on Atlanta News First Plus. Okay, let's talk about the forecast for a moment. First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris. Very chilly start to the day, but it sounds like it's going to be nice.
Today will be nice, Joy. In fact, we are in store for some really good days coming up. I want to start, Joy, with some first alerts that we have. Over the next 7 days, we have 2 first alerts that we're tracking for you. We still have a first alert for Sunday, especially Sunday evening, and then a first alert continues for Monday morning. Those are our 2 first alerts. So let's break this down for you a little bit more detail. The information sort of changes day to day. The first alerts remain the same, but the specifics change a little bit. So this is Sunday morning. Sunday morning as you're going to church, it is still completely dry. It'll be cloudy but dry as you get to church on Sunday. By Sunday afternoon, it does look like it'll be dry in Atlanta for brunch. But if you're southwest of Atlanta, some light rain will start to move in, specifically for those of you in Carroll County, Troup County, Meriwether County, maybe Coweta County. So that's the zone we'll watch for some very light showers that'll be possible right around brunch. And essentially from brunch going up and through the afternoon, that rain will spread northeastward. So even if it's dry in Atlanta for the start of brunch around noon, by like 1, 2 o'clock, we'll have that scattered rain out there. If you look at the legend at the top of your screen, notice how this rain is not very heavy, so there are no yellows or oranges or reds popping up. It's really light rain, no severe weather, no storms, nothing like that, but it will be a nuisance. So if you have any plans Sunday afternoon and evening, just know that scattered rain will be out there and make sure and plan accordingly. So as we go into Monday morning, there's a bit of a change here. We still have a first alert for Monday, but forecast models as of today have it a little bit drier Monday compared to what we were seeing yesterday. That's good news, but as you can see, even if the rain is super light, it's still in your forecast for the commute Monday morning. So we're going to keep that first alert on Monday for now, just because it's still possible that you'll have to drive to work in the rain. So just be mindful of that as well. And as the forecast data continues to change, we'll certainly keep you up to date as we continue to take you throughout the day on Monday. If we do see that rain Monday morning, which we are currently forecasting, it'll definitely be out by the time we get to Monday afternoon. So as you're driving home from work on Monday, everything will be fine. So those are our first alerts. Sunday, the second part of Sunday, Sunday afternoon and evening going into early Monday morning. Again, no storms, but it will be a nuisance, so make sure and plan accordingly. Now that we've gotten the first alerts out of the way, I want to talk about the forecast up until Saturday because it will be phenomenal. The normal high for this time of year is 55 degrees, right? 61 today and mostly sunny. 68 degrees on Groundhog Day and mostly sunny. So, of course, Groundhog Day, we're trying to figure out if spring is going to come early or if we're going to have a late winter. Based on that high on Friday, it definitely looked like spring will win. 68, nearly 70 degrees, almost 15 degrees above average on Friday. So that's going to be nice. And Saturday, it won't be quite as warm, 60, but still well above average. So today, tomorrow, and Saturday, really nice days. You can get out, have lunch outdoors, and really enjoy this weather, which is not typical for the beginning of February. And then we'll get those first alerts going Sunday going into Monday. After Monday, after this weather system passes us by, we will go back to mostly sunny skies Tuesday and Wednesday. Not quite as warm with highs in the 50s. So when you look at the 7-day, other than the 2 days with the first alert, Sunday and Monday, just about every other day is mostly sunny. So we're in for a really nice stretch of days. But again, we do want you to pay attention to Sunday going into Monday, and we'll continue to keep you up to date on the timing of that rain in the first alert weather app. But we hope that you can get out there and enjoy the next few days because it'll be really nice. Everybody have a great Thursday. We hope that you make it a great rest of your day. And until next time, we'll see you soon.